It is a real privilege for me to be with you all tonight as we honor one of the greatest men to ever work for education in North Carolina with the J. Robinson Educational Leadership Award. Howard Lee. This is a man who has made history and is still making it for North Carolina. I am so proud of this man. I am so fortunate to be his friend and his partner. And I am so thrilled that we are honoring him tonight. Howard Lee, as I think all of you know, grew up doing hard manual labor on a farm in Georgia. And he did a lot of things to educate and prepare himself. And then we were fortunate to have him come to North Carolina. He was encouraged to do that, I'm told, by a great hero of mine, Frank Porter Graham. And he came here and he worked at Duke University and he taught at Carolina. And he started giving leadership, and people saw what he was doing, what he was like. He was elected mayor of Chapel Hill, a historic election. And when I was first governor, as a matter of fact, when I was lieutenant governor, I spotted Howard Lee and I saw the great potential in him. I saw the great things he was doing. I saw his character. I saw his bravery. And I knew this is a man I wanted to work hand in hand with for North Carolina. When I was elected governor, I asked him to join my cabinet. He was the first African American in North Carolina history to be a member of a governor's cabinet. He was the Secretary of Natural Resources and Community Development. He did a great job there. And then later on, as we worked so hard for education, Howard Lee was the man who stood up and stood out. Howard was elected to the state senate, served there for 13 years. He has done everything you can do in the legislature to improve public schools and to help children. It was a great joy to work with him. He was my real partner. All the things that we did, some of which I get some credit for, but I always did them with Howard Lee, as all of you did. Howard Lee was a great supporter of early childhood, for example. Great supporter for Smart Start and helping every child get a good start. He understands how education begins. Then Howard was such a great supporter. As we said, we've got to have high standards for our children. We want to have real accountability. We want to make sure they're learning. We want to measure that and make sure that's happening. Howard Lee was a man who said teaching is the main thing. We've got to have the great teachers. We want to have the best we can have in North Carolina. And he supported us in every way. National board certification for teachers, raising pay, all the things we've done to prepare teachers and to give them a chance to be their best and help our children be their best. So tonight I want to thank Howard Lee for all that he has done. And I want you all to know, as you will from the speakers here tonight, how much he has done. Howard Lee is a big man, and he is bigger in terms of character and caring and helping than he is in size. I want him to know, and I want his wonderful wife who will be here tonight, I want them to know how much I value and appreciate them. I think Howard Lee is perhaps the biggest and most important leader in education this state has ever had. A lot of times people want to say that about governors. I'd say it about Howard Lee. I'm proud of him. I'm thankful for him. I know Lil's been a big part of it. Proud of her too. And I want you all to know that tonight we honor one of the great leaders, not only in North Carolina, but in America. And I've known him all over this country for years. Howard Lee receives this award. We are proud of him. We are thankful for him. And because of him and his continued leadership going forward now, we're going to make North Carolina the best state in America in education, and it is largely due to his leadership. Thank you, Howard.